Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. This review will be taking a look at Joytoy's Battle for the Stars Spartan Squad Soldier number 2. This is a 1/18 scale action figure, and this is the packaging that it comes in. Okay, here's the front of the box, top of the box, bottom of the box, side of the box. You can go ahead and pause and read that if you'd like. Side of the box, and then we have the back of the box showing a couple of product images and different positions of the character. Pretty nice. There's a character and all of his accessories in the clamshell, packaged pretty nicely. Packaged inside is this Soldier number 2 Spartan Squad product insert. Shows you the figure all geared down, geared up. Accessory statement. If you want to pause and read that, you can. And on the back is a good part for me, in my opinion, because you get like a precaution statement, which I agree with, and then how to break down the figure if you need to, if you're a customizer, if you need to repair it, whatever you need to do. You have the diagram, which is really cool. Here he is, blasted right out of the packaging. Looks cool. There's a lot of detail going on. One of my main concerns was I've seen this head sculpt before, and we had a lot of extra gappage in the neck, but they actually either fixed it or it just looks way better on this mold. But nonetheless, it looks fantastic. So for the head sculpt, we have a dark brown hair and beard, face sculpt with black glasses on. Looks amazing. Scarf with black, well, maybe the fundamental part of the plate carrier / vest is black, but they got a ton of stuff on it and a ton of accessories. A lot of stuff going on here. A lot of sculpting. Very cool. So we have, it's hard to tell where to start here. On the top we have these pads on the shoulders, some black, so we have some tan little sections here. You put some gear in. We do have a knife sleeve with a knife on it. Looks pretty cool. Black handle, silver blade comes out. Nice, nice fit. A little tighter than maybe it should be, but still fits very nicely. There's some magazines and some gear here just below the knife case. A lot of color. Looks fantastic. Some red wires. We have a red wire there, if you can see that. We have a red wire here, which is for his radio, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to the back of the vest. We do have a small pouch bag. We have a pouch here, some pouches there. I mean, let's look at the detail on that. It's insane. This is 1/18 scale figures, so I mean, just one pouch. I mean, the manufacturing cost alone to get detailing like this. I can imagine if we get that in a 1/12 scale, it'd be a fortune. The red wire there going down the side. Red wire there. Some more pouches over here. This vest is just loaded with color and aesthetics. All kind of good sculpting. Some kind of red shells there. Just insane. This is lower body here. We have 2 thigh pads. I like the colors. I like that dark brown with that tan around it. Gun case. This side we have some pouch for gear. These are removable. The belt's removable. The vest is removable, obviously. And then these shin pads are removable. And we have some nice waterside decals here on his knee pads. It's pretty decent. A lot to look at on this guy. Very cool. Brown shoes, black laces, black soles. Has the tread like real shoes. That's pretty awesome. Very, very nice. The arms, upper shoulder pad. This one's just move around a lot, like all 3 of the guys. So you gotta kind of get them where you want them, and you heat them and stretch them a little bit. But you're not gonna get them up through the elbow. Or where you want to, because it definitely hinder your articulation. So I'll go ahead and try to give you guys some really cool, one-of-a-kind up-close images of this guy. So here we go. It might get quiet because I don't really know what to say when I'm trying to show you like all this. There's so much to look at. I just want to make sure you guys get enough time to check out what this figure has to offer. Me myself, I love the Joytoy nameless soldiers because you can do whatever you want them. You can make them any nationality, American, Russian. Obviously the head sculpt is going to definitely dictate some of that decision, like maybe for like an Asian character or whatnot. But nonetheless, this gives you some nice options from fixed name characters without really having to do any customization if you don't want to. Because I mean, what could you really do to this? I mean, besides removing or even adding more gear, this guy's just fully loaded. Top of his feet, head, very unique figure character that you can create a name and a backstory for. This is one of their best figures in my opinion. This is a recent figure too, so I do highly recommend these already before we can get into anything else, because just overall I can tell he's not perfect, but he's something pretty cool. For the articulation, it does have the scarf and it will improve if you remove the scarf. So the back down because of the scarf, you will get more though. Back and forth, 360 all the way around. Rotation at the arms, you get it all the way around, 360. Get the T-frame, depending on this positioning of this pad here, you can get more, a little bit more. I'm not going to force it because I don't want anything to happen to my figures. 360 rotation at the elbow. We have about 9 degrees on those, maybe because of the pads. Make it a little bit more if you like. The hands on a new ball joint, they kind of go all the way around, in and out, up and down, all in between, all the spaces you want on all the hands. You can see the ball right there. It's kind of the thing I don't like, is to see the ball in the hand, on the wrist there. But that's really my only complaint with this so far. It does have chest articulation. I can't get it because of all the gear. He has a waist swivel at 360. It's there. We have thigh rotation on both legs. It's about that much. Got a lot of gear going on. That's why it's hindering a lot of that stuff. Sitting, he doesn't do too bad. I think it's needs heated a little bit on this leg, and maybe we slide that thigh pad. It's a big thigh pad. These thigh pads are also one of the negatives of putting them in vehicles. They get in the way a good bit. Does have the double jointed knees, which is great. Feet pivot down, up to the pants, side to side, 360 all the way around if you want it. Very nice overall demonstration of the articulation, but these figures really shine in their overall aesthetic. They look fantastic. I have no complaints. I've already did a review for figure number 1. This is figure number 2, so don't forget to check that out. He's a very cool figure too. Now for accessories, he does come with 2 cool guns. Start off with this, kind of looks like an M4 type weapon. It's black. You might not be able to tell, but there's brown on the stock, brown here across the top with the optics, the dual optics, I should say, because that looks like an ACOG scope and a red dot sight on the same gun, grip on the front. This guy really wants to see what he's shooting at. About the same paint on the other side. It's pretty good. Here's your basic hold. Almost going to shoulder it. The stock's a little short. Looks like it's kind of collapsed. Maybe I should have a extension bar there. But no company can get their guns right in the sense of proportions for being held for displays and posability, in my opinion. This figure does come with on his coupling hand, so if you want to, you can work the articulation over. You can get it, up underneath the, between the clip and the body of the gun. Just lost it. His trigger finger does go in it quite well. I think this gun's just a tad too short, but it's not bad. You can get that grip in hand where you want there. Or if you want to, you can get on that grip on the front. And then, obviously, you can tweak it. I'm just basically giving you an idea how that would look, and the ability to do that. The vest is quite large too, but I think you can still get closer to the vest with a little bit of time and patience. The second gun we have here says tan gun assault rifle. It's actually shorter than the one he has in his hand, but still a really cool sculpt. I like it. More realistic guns, I'll take them any day over, what's it called, Nerf guns. I like the modern stuff that we live in today. I think they look fantastic. And here's that weapon. He can hold just as good as the other one. It's a little shorter, but it's pretty decent nonetheless. I think I said again, I gotta heat this guy up a little bit. He's pretty good out the box, believe it or not. So very nice looking figure. Next up, we have this really cool helmet. I love the green. A lot going on here. We have a lot of equipment on there. Optics, flashlight, maybe a place for an optics to go over the eyes. Red lenses throughout. Pretty cool. So red wire on the back. We have even more stuff to look at. Remember, guys, this is 18 guy. I can barely hold this little thing. Spartan Squad logo, insignia. Here on top, we have the Sparta done in white. Very nice. And which is great about this isn't an alternate head like I thought it was. This goes over top of his current head, and it fits like a glove. They nail it. They rarely nail that. There's usually some issue. And this figure, it's been nailed. Beautiful fit. Perfect. Well, I skipped about some of these guys because it's like, you know, the helmet fitting, the neck, and the head that goes on the ball joint usually has too much gappage in them. It looks terrible from certain angles. But this one here, as you can see yourself, this is incredible. A great figure. Here comes a little pistol, realistic, maybe 9mm Glock, whatever they're going for. Looks pretty cool though. And see, he has a place for it right here on his side. Let's see how well this fits. This has been one of Joytoy's problems in the past. And again, not on this figure. Nice fit. Looks great. Very cool. And here's holding that pistol very nicely. You can see his trigger finger goes right in. Looks great. All the articulation in the hands and the arm, you can get a really nice pose if you would like to do that. Very cool. Okay, that's kind of some alternate hands. Just real quick, just black fist hand, and then we have a very small, more gripping hand. Very cool. He has that little dark green on all of the hands like he does the ones on his figure. And I guess you do get a set up punching hand, so very cool. And then that's not it. You do get a very cool, very large stand. This is very awesome. Nice sculpt work. Back here. Not sure what they're going for on this piece. On the bottom at least. So maybe some kind of, maybe you can remove this. Yep, that's removable. I didn't notice it on the first one. If it's still there. Maybe you can put something in like a peg for like a, maybe they reuse these from something. Hey punk, where'd you get that Mandalorian helmet from? Who'd you kill? Amanda, what? Mandalorian? This is a service helmet, buddy. If I was you, I'd drop that rubbery piece of crap you call a blaster and head back to Mandalore. You don't know who you're messing with. I don't care who you are, but you're messing with the United States Special Forces. So I suggest you make your leave before you get dead real quick. You win for now. As you can tell from a little impromptu playtime there, you can probably see where the design for this helmet come from. It's a very iconic look, and I see a lot of different people trying to integrate that into their toy line. So, but that's my speculation. It may not be. Nonetheless, it's super cool. Highly detailed figures. Here's a comparison of the two. Soldier 1, which I'm about to knock over, and 2 there. You can see how awesome they look together. If I can get his arm down, I'm going to take his gun from him. And then you can see how they work together overall as a team. Kind of have a unison look, but not the same. So I got them cleaned up a little bit to give you an idea how they look. Pretty decent. And there's the back of them. I think they look fantastic. So retail value for these guys, I've seen them when they first come out. I paid like $30 for mine, and they're from China. I think you still get them, but I did some research last night as of this video. They're like, some places are asking like $50 a piece, so they're getting up in price because they're not a new release or a recent release. Just haven't got around to them until now, but highly recommend all 3 of them. Don't forget to check out Figure 1 and Figure 3. They have great reviews, great figures. We do a little bit different stuff in each video. I'm going to try to compare the 3 different stands in Figure 3, so check that out. And we'll see these guys again, comparisons with all 3 guys together in Figure 3 video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. And I'll see you in the next review.